A storm was coming. Way off in the distance, its inky edges began to spoil the late morning sky. A low roll of thunder grumbled from the ground, tickling the bottom of my bare feet. "How many more?" Etta May said, holding the front of her dress out before her like a basket. "A bushel or two." I plucked another cicada shell from the bark of a pine that grew in the far corner of Mama's old thinking spot. Etta May giggled. "I love you a bushel and a peck," she sang, her voice holding a sort of magic that shot clean through like winter static, through anyone who listened. I smiled, the corners of my mouth pulling back from the lovely sound. "A bushel and a peck?" I laid the shell gently to rest with the others. Etta May blinked down into the mound of casings. "Where did they come from?" I spooled the length of my hair around my finger. "From the ground," I said, pulling my finger free, leaving a perfect curl down the front of my blouse. "That's what your granny says." I stood tall, placing my hands on my hips, speaking deep in my best Miss Wessie voice. "They needs room to grow." Etta May squinted her eyes and giggled. 13 years had passed. 13 long years since the cicadas last came, years before Etta May and I were born. Now they returned, digging loose from the earth, attaching themselves to trees, leaving behind a fragile crop of amber-tinted shells. It was the cicadas singing I remember best, their courting song. It was this frenetic beckoning for the affection of another that stirred the humid air to reckless speeds that summer, the summer I turned 11. The earth grumbled again. "Sure must be a dark, lonely place down there," Etta May said. "I reckon so." I eyed a shell big as a ping-pong ball. Etta May hummed, slow and sad, the quality of it a drape blocking away the happy. I knew then, before she would speak, of whom she was thinking.